On this episode of Sloan's Wilderness Expeditions, we return to Kentucky's Red River Gorge, visiting ancient arches, exploring rock shelters, climbing sandstone monoliths, and making friends with the local venomous wildlife.
Hey fellow expeditionists, we are at Red River Gorge.
Due to the coronavirus pandemic, the gorge had been closed for nearly 2 months, but opened back up to hiking and dispersed camping just in time for Memorial Weekend. It's been almost a tradition for Catfish and I to kick off the summer at Red River Gorge, so we arrived early on Friday, hitting the trails before the crowds arrived.
What have we got here, Catfish?
Looks like some really big squirrel roots.
Oh wow, that's probably one of the biggest batches of squaw root all in one spot I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Alright, we're just coming off the Bison Way Trail and getting onto the Chateau Trace. So for those of you familiar with the gorge, you know the area we're heading towards. Up towards the Indian Staircase, Cloud Splitter, and that general vicinity. I'm not sure what we're going to find yet. We're just really interested in hopefully finding a campsite that's got a nice view up on a ridge somewhere. Well, that there is the unofficial trail to Indian Staircase. We are bypassing it right now.
We had visited the Indian Staircase area 3 years ago, climbing the staircase and doing a loop hike, but left more to be explored. In particular, we had yet to see Adena Arch, as well as the council chambers, possibly the largest rock shelter in the entire gorge, at more than 500 feet in length.
Snake.
Oh, sweet. What kind of... That's a worm. Where is it? I dubbed this the earthworm snake because we thought, well, I thought for sure this was an earthworm. But the way it moved, Catfish was right. That was definitely a small snake. Oh, Indian Arch. Really nice view of the ridgeline out there. Hey, we are on our own ridgeline right now, looking for the Adena Arch. Whew, I just literally stepped over this guy. He's right in the middle of the trail. He just sat still as I stepped right over him. And in my typical fashion, I screamed like a little girl. And then it's like, whoa, get your camera. It's a nice rattler right there. I can't believe he just sat there while I stepped over him. Didn't rattle or anything. That is a great find. What do you think of that, Catfish?
That looks pretty cool.
Yeah. Yeah, that was an eye-opener right there. I've been looking around logs and stuff, hoping to find some kind of snake. Wow. Now we're coming up on some views, Catfish.
Wow.
That's what I'm talking about. Wow.
There it is.
Adena Arch. Just drops off there, don't it?
Yep.
Pretty cool.
Sure is.
Look at that rock behind you that's been carved on.
Wow.
It's funky because it's like a different kind of rock that's sitting there.
Mm-hmm.
Now on top of Adena Arch, huh, Catfish?
Yep.
What a view.
Pretty.
What do you think, Catfish?
Looks pretty epic.
Looks pretty epic, I agree. Love this view here. Indian staircase straight across from us. We really wanted to camp here with the view, but there's this tree right back here. One dead tree. That is a widowmaker. We have a good thunderstorm come through tonight, and tonight be the night that thing comes down. It could come right onto our tent. So we're going to move. Alright, well, it doesn't have the amazing view the air spot had, but it is much more private, much more safe. What's for dinner today, Catfish?
Mac and cheese.
Oh yeah, that's the meal of champions, huh?
Sure is.
Let's see, I got good old cup of noodles. That's right, eat your heart out, Gordon Ramsay. Ain't nobody got a view like this for dinner.
Nope.
Listen to the sound of the whippoorwill. Good morning, folks. Saturday morning here on Memorial Weekend. Camped out here across from the Indian staircase. We had a really good night out here tonight. Not a single other camper was up here at all. Got to listen to nothing but the whippoorwills all night. Alright, Catfish, you ready to go rock shelter hunting?
Sure.
Alright. We are right at Frog's Head, Catfish. Look. So there is your Frog's Head. You definitely understand how it got its name. It is now mostly used for rappellers. The ropes go off of that. They actually tie off into trees up here. And then down around that. Straight off to my left, straight forward here in the picture you're seeing, is the Indian staircase. And since we came around the other side, I don't think we'll be climbing the staircase on this trip. But I will link the time that we did climb it 2 years ago. It was a pretty cool experience. Definitely worth doing if you're ever here in Red River Gorge. So many amazing viewpoints up here.
Yeah.
Well, we're up here on the, well, around Indian Staircase, Frog's Head area. Got us a little copperhead on the trail. So I guess you'd say we got both venomous snakes in Red River Gorge. A rattler yesterday. Got us a little copperhead today. What is it?
Looks like a lace wing.
A lacewing. Alright, I think we have found our secret rock shelter that is one of the largest in Red River Gorge.
This rock shelter, known as the Council Chambers, was once used by the Adena Indians some 2,000 years ago as a meeting place. The Red River Gorge is an ancient place with a lot of fascinating history, both geologically and archaeologically.
I suspect this big hole in front of me is probably the ohm dome. It also sounds like there's some cliff swallows that are nesting in here. Yep. Let's see if I can get on this rock without falling. All right. Do it. Just kind of creates like an echo chamber. I just love the geology of this stuff.
It's weird.
I feel like I'm in a rainforest.
It is like one.
Look at the weathering on the side of that cliff. Isn't that just
Weird.
definitely weird?
No way.
The trail is kind of narrow through this section, huh?
Sure is. Spider web, spider web.
We're not just the first ones on the trail today, Catfish. We're the first ones on the trail in like 2 months. We're back up on the trail that we're camped on. We're back in the spot that we sat and had lunch at last night. This amazing view. Only to realize directly below us, that there is the trail that leads down to that rock shelter. And we were all over the place bushwhacking, getting over to their side, trying to find the path from that side to get down to it. Not knowing we practically sat right on top of the trail. Crazy, huh, Catfish?
Sure is.
Alright. It's glad that we found it though. That was really cool.
Yeah.
What'd you find, Catfish?
Looks like a black and orange millipede.
Oh, yes.
Centipede.
So leave it to Catfish to find the little things. Stop back there, fill up my water supply, and gave him a minute to look around. He found that cool little millipede down there. Yeah, we are on the Sheltowee Trace heading west right now. We've got one more thing we want to try to hit in this region of the gorge, and that is Cloud Splitter. Now, we've been up to the base of Cloud Splitter twice in the past. Once when Catfish was 10, and once when he was 12. And neither time did we really feel safe taking him to the top. So we're hoping third time's a charm. Trying to go up this time. The one thing that worries us is with all the rain we've gotten in the past week, whether or not the sandstone is wet. If it's wet, then it's very slick, and we will not try it. But all we can do is check it out.
Indeed, this was our third time to the base of Cloud Splitter. The first 2 times in 2015 and again in 2017. After watching some other climbers go up this time, we went for it, and Catfish once again surprised me with his agile climb, which was much more graceful than mine.
I stepped on it.
Yeah, you gotta keep slinging it out, but you gotta use your...
Wait, never mind.
You're getting there, buddy. Woo! Kind of scary, huh, buddy?
Mm-hmm.
You did it.
Yep.
Oh, yes. We did it, Catfish.
We did it.
Yep, we climbed to the top of Cloud Splitter. Finally, third time's a charm. High five. Yes, yes. Look at that view.
Beautiful.
It's one of the reasons that this is called Cloud Splitter. It's not just the fact that it comes up above the cloud line, but to the side of this monolith it's a giant crack. And the crack actually leads to a cave that goes through to a cool opening. You can see the crack right down there. We have gone through the cave once before, but it's been about 3 years ago. And I hear it's a little more difficult now because of some of the logs used to be in there to help with footing, getting up and through certain areas that are no longer there. So we're not going to try it today. We are just super happy to have finally gotten onto the top of Cloud Splitter, huh, Catfish?
Yep.
Yep. That's what I did. I slid down there at last bit. All right. High five. Good job, bud. We did it again.
Yep.
All right, we are back on the ridge where we're camped out at. But here I've got a slight view of what Cloud Splitter looks like from over here. So you can kind of get an idea of what Catfish and I just got done climbing. So that is the rock itself right there. And right in that area is where we climbed up. I know it's not a clear view, but from this ridge, it's about the best we can do.
As Memorial Day crowds poured into the gorge, the day heated up, and a brief thunderstorm rolled through that intensified the humidity. We decided we had accomplished all that we had hoped to do, and then some, in this part of the Red.
Man, it's so hard to leave these views. Well, that pretty much does it for our adventure this weekend in Red River Gorge. It was great to be back. It's been a year, and it was a year too long. Catfish, any thoughts?
I thought it was pretty cool. There was lots of scenery, lots of biodiversity. We saw quite a few snakes while we were there, and we climbed Cloud Splitter, which was cool.
Yeah, that was an awesome experience, wasn't it?
Sure was.
Yeah, getting an early start on Friday, ahead of all the crowds, being the first day that the gorge had been reopened, we had everything completely to ourselves. In fact, all of Friday and into probably midday Saturday morning at least, we only ran into 2 other people on the trail the whole time. So that was amazing. And of course, the 4 snakes we seen, a worm snake, the rattlesnake, the copperhead, and then the little garter on our way out. So just a great experience all around, and finally get to the top of Cloud Splitter, that just topped it all off, didn't it?
Yeah.
Yep. Well, hopefully it's not another year before we make it there again, but we always enjoy it. So, until next time,
Peace out.